Yo, what's good, what's good, what's good? I know my lighting isn't the best, but it's more so about the message than the visual. I'm sitting outside the gym right now, going in. It's early, it's about 6 something, I guess. Um, I know I still haven't finished the video or videos about, my stepfather and growing up between kindergarten and 8th grade. But I feel that's important to get stuff off my chest as things happen. Um, a really good friend of mine is going through a divorce right now. My brother-in-law is going through a divorce right now. I'm willing to go through a divorce right now in order for my wife to be free or feel free, unrestricted, unrestrained. It seems that I'm still living it still seems that I'm living in the shadow of my stepfather. Certain things that I say, how I say it, is affecting my wife in a way that she feels insecure or not loved or just not she just doesn't feel good. My message has always been from a place of do good work, work hard, don't let nobody stop you, don't be lazy. That's not just with working out, that's just with good advice from in my mind on how to move through life. This week we got notice that in our community that they're going to be doing the roofs. We live in a townhouse community, small townhouse community, and they're going to be doing the roof. So I said, you know what, I still want to get my workout in. They're going to be starting at 7 a.m. That's about the time that I usually get up to go to the gym. So I said, you know what, let me get up earlier because the reason for this is because we have to move the vehicles out of the driveway so they can get on the roof and not damage any vehicles. I get it. So versus parking on the street, because again, it's a small community and I didn't want anything to possibly happen to the vehicle in the middle of the night. Being in South Florida, I've learned that I don't have the same trust as I do when I was in Northern Virginia. So basically, I've been getting up early, been getting up like 5:30, going to the gym. Well, my wife told me a while ago that her preference is to be able to work out when I'm not in the house. Okay, cool. I get it. You want to be alone. Yeah, I would love to come into the gym and be alone by myself, blast whatever music that I could blast without having headphones in and get it in. But last night after leaving a friend's house, she said, "Are you going to go back to your regular gym schedule, 7 a.m.?" I said, "I don't know. I said, "Why?" She said, "Because I like, getting up and still working out, but just not that early." I got pissed off because I'm like, yo, my schedule should not dictate your health. What if I decide to never leave the house again? That's going to stop you from working out and getting healthy? I've had this conversation with her a long time ago about we don't want to end up like our parents. My dad had a stroke when in his 60s. He literally watches CNN all fucking day besides his whatever movies or whatever other shows on whatever the stations. He's regimented or programmed by the TV. Nobody comes to visit him. His brothers, I don't even know if they come to visit or call. His cousins, nobody visits him. He's literally in the house alone. He mentioned to me one time that it feels like he's in jail or prison, but he's willing to ride it out. Again, he had a stroke. My mother-in-law had a stroke. She's no longer with us. May she rest in peace. Bingo burn. But the conversation with my wife is we don't want to be like our parents. So when I get in my mode of, work hard, don't let nobody stop you, do what you got to do. Because if I'm not saying it and you're lazy about it, and she's admitted, numerous times, I'm lazy. Okay? This ain't a time to be lazy. Why do I look ashy? But I'm not. My lips, anyway. But she takes that message as me being negative because of how I said and what I'm saying. You know what? We adults. You know what? You got to get past a certain point and just listen and just really take heed to what a motherfucker says. You know what I'm saying? Just because I say it in certain, but it's like, yo, look in the fucking mirror and be like, yo, I probably should take some sort of heed or do something because my mother's in a jar. I'm thinking if this is what she would say. If I was her, what I would say. My mother's in a jar. She's no longer on earth. My husband's father, he's willing away slowly dying. But yet here we are having an argument about your preference. Your preference is to be alone and work out alone. I get that. I'm still providing that for you because just because my shift in time of leaving, I'm still getting out here getting it in. And here you are talking about my preference is to wake up at a certain time. But it's almost like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about your preference. My schedule or nobody's schedule should dictate your health and what you got to do. Take all the stuff that's in the garage, put it in storage, make that your workout room. Put a sign on the door. Don't come in this motherfucker till I come out. Okay? Do what you got to do. Don't let nobody stop how you live and how you move, including me, your husband. Don't let nobody stop that shit. We all have one shot at this shit called life. One shot. All of us. Some cut short. Some live to be long. Some live to be average. Whatever that is nowadays. But the goal is to not let a motherfucker stop you from how you moving and how you living. Not even the one that you said I do to. Nobody. So yeah, I got pissed at that because she's like putting that on me because I'm getting up early and her preference is inconvenienced. Man, fuck all that shit. So I had the worst feeling this morning. I got up crying because I'm still living in the shadow of my stepfather, saying things, doing things that are hurting my significant other. When in reality, I feel that I'm not that person. I may have mentioned in April, in another video, in April this past year, 2021, is when I forgave my stepfather. Things started to change for me. I wasn't saying the same things or the same words or had the same tone when there were disagreements or arguments, if you want to say, between us since April. And she's recognized that. I said, have things changed since April? She said, yes. So to anybody that may discover this, whether it be sooner than later or when we're damn near 50, I apologize to you for the way that I may have come across, or if I was a bitch ass dude, or how should I say it, bitch ass nigga. I was still living under the shadow of someone who had a who had an impact on my foundation. It just took me decades to figure out who the man that I really am, and to kind of I guess rework my mental, or my mental being. I guess the light is coming out, I can turn these off. So yeah, that's what I'm all about. And I texted my wife, I said, I'm willing to go through a divorce and dissolve this relationship or go to counseling in order for you to be free and unrestricted. I refuse to have you live that way. My stepfather did that to my mother for a number of years. I'm not that dude that's trying to restrict you and not have you free. I'm not. So yeah, I am willing to do whatever it is to make sure that I'm healthy, physically, mentally, all that, spiritually, mentally, everything has to be in check. So if I have to remove myself from a situation, so be it. I do not want to be the cause of someone's demise because of the way that I'm acting or issues that I still have from someone else that I have no dealings with. You know what I'm saying? You deserve to be free. She deserves to be free. So as hard as I've worked on my stuff, all right, I'm still willing to work. I'm still willing to do what I need to do. I mean, I don't know what she's doing or what she's willing to do or what she hasn't done or what she's willing or what she's not willing to do. But what I'm not willing to do is have someone think that I'm different than what I really am. I'm not this monster person. I'm not this asshole person. Yeah, my message may be a little aggressive. It may be passionate. I may say it a certain way, but you know, we are grown. Sometimes you just got to take heed and look in the mirror and say, you know what? Is what he's saying, is it really true? Look at yourself. Examine yourself. Stop being a little bitch. And that's what I feel sometimes. I feel like you're being a little bitch. And I say it to her just like that. And if she gets in her feelings, well then so be it. Look in the mirror, and if you being a little bitch, then you being a little bitch. Straight up. Like I said, we only got one shot at this shit. Ain't no time for no bitch assness. It's no time for that shit. Motherfuckers always complaining about or want something to complain about. That's why I don't watch the news. That's why I'm not on Facebook. Because everybody the majority of people that I'm connected to, it's like y'all are arguing and gangbanging about stuff that hasn't come to your front door, hasn't come to your household. It's just a conversation piece. And mainly it's about politics and government. I refuse to be in that conversation because ain't no politician stop me from what I'm doing. Only thing that really fluctuates is gas prices. My grocery bill, or whatever grocery bill there may be, that ain't really fluctuated. The beer and liquor that I buy, that shit ain't fluctuated to the point where it's like, damn, that's a lot. No. Going to the gym, being free to go to the gym at 5 in the morning, or the gym that I am a membership of now, or a member of now, it's 24 hours. I'm not restricted. I don't live restricted. I've never lived restricted. It took a long time for me to have to examine my life and look at how I lived. And I'm looking at other people like, yo, we were in close proximity. What kind of experience did you have? That wasn't my experience, and we close. Not close as in relationship, but close in proximity where we live economically. So whatever you facing, I would have had to feel the same thing. But it seems that certain people that live on the other side of the tracks, only they feel a certain way. I told my wife this the other day. The shit that people are arguing about hasn't affected me or any of the likes of our friends because we figured it out. It's the people over there, the lazy ones, them niggas over there that haven't figured that out. The lazy ones over there, or the racists, or if you want to say rednecks over there. Those are three categories I don't fuck with. So if you happen to fall in that category, all right, well then work hard to get out of that category. That's just in my mindset. I'm not discrediting you, but nobody I hang around is a bitch ass nigga or is a lazy person. If you are, then you're not. Then you're probably not in my life. But it's just this thing where I'm willing to go through the fire for my wife in order for her to be free and unrestricted based on things that I say, obviously work that I need to still put in order to be a better person. I don't know how she's going to receive that text because I like to shake shit up in order for shit to move. Just like if you're constipated, people taking diuretics and suppositories, drinking water, because shit ain't moving. You got to shake shit up. You got to do something different for it to move. And that, not just literally constipation, but I say situations, real life situations are constipated. What are you willing to do to get shit moving? You know, you can't just do the regular shit. You got to sometimes come from a different angle just to get shit moving, get shit popping. In this situation, the last time that I remember having to this situation or scenario was when it was just a few months ago, maybe 3 to 4 months ago. And it was like, why do I have to cut so deep in order to pull the truth from, meaning my wife? I don't have to go to this place, but it always ends up me being the angry one, the loud one. But it's like, why the conversation that we're having don't make sense. So I go to a place of, yo, this sort of thinking is beneath you. This ain't the chick that I used to know, or that I know. I told her, you get paid a nice sum of money to think for somebody else, but when it comes to your personal life, you can't think the simplest, well, in my mind, the simplest things through. That's when I get upset because I'm like, yo, this shit is beneath you. You're not a weak person. You're a smart woman. So why the fuck are we having this conversation? Or why are you even entertaining those thoughts? I'm not the bad guy. Always been trying to uplift, enlighten, motivate, but when I'm faced with bullshit excuses and laziness, then yeah, I'm gonna feel a certain way about it, and I'm gonna fucking let you know. That goes for anybody, not just my wife. If I really care about you, I'm gonna let you know, yo, tighten the fuck up. This ain't no game out here, man. This is real life. I don't understand what people, you know what I'm saying, y'all gangbanging about shit. Y'all could be in a box or a jar the next day. And y'all sitting out here talking about shit that ain't even touched you. Government this, politics that. When the last time some shit has ever really affected you? Somebody knock on your door and say, oh, can't do that no more. U.S. federal government can't do it. Have they sent you a letter? In fact, I remember they were sending people money. Money. Not letters to say, stop doing what you're doing. U.S. federal government, stop what you're doing. Hands up, stand back, get away. They ain't saying that shit. Your local government ain't even saying that shit. But yet people want to live that way and move that way. I was in a restaurant the other night. I was like, yo, when is this COVID shit going to... No, I didn't say when it's COVID. I said, when are people going to stop living like COVID is never going to go away? I said, this shit is never going to go away as long as people keep living like it. You know what I'm saying? People is just like certain people feel that way. Others don't feel that way. And we're the ones that are the bad guys. We're trying to do the right things, and maybe our message doesn't come across the right way, but yet we're the bad guys. Yet everybody else, the majority of people that drink whatever Kool-Aid or whatever water, whatever liquor, whatever you in concoction you done made up or somebody made for you, you need to spit that shit out. Y'all are fucking up the true nature of how shit should be. Free and liberated. But getting off my topic here, and I don't like talking politics because that shit is restricting. But yeah, I just had to get that off my chest, man. So yeah, if my wife don't... Shit. Real talk, this weekend, it's the 50th anniversary party of her aunt and uncle, so my in-laws. At this point this morning, I made the decision, it's like, do I really want to go now? Or do I just drive to the airport and go through the motions and be like, yo, I'm not going? And drop the... I can't say the hammer down because that really ain't a hammer, but drop the weight. Be like, yo, you need to seek counsel. And when I say seek counsel, meaning seek counsel of... I didn't comb my beard this morning, but that's why I'm looking all nappy, but it's all good. I'm in the gym. No judgments, right? But it's like, yo, you need to seek counsel with people who have been married 50, well, your aunt and uncle been married 50 years. Your other aunt and uncle, they've been married way longer than that, 60, maybe 60 years, 70 years. Crazy numbers. Seek counsel from them. Ain't nobody in my family been married 10 years, maybe. My aunt, or my uncle. Ain't no marriage good, but I'm definitely not going to seek counsel from them. Because I've seen the history and their movements. They're not somebody I'm going to seek counsel from. I'm not even going to seek counsel from my own parents. I'm doing it myself. Finding out how I can be a better person on my own. Counseling, YouTube videos, motivation, anything I can to positively feed my spirit and my mental so I can figure out how to be a better person. I'm not seeking counsel from nobody that ain't got it together. But it seems that her family members have got it together, so you need to seek counsel from them alone. Not with me, alone. But yet, if I drop that hammer or if I drop that weight at the last second, I'll be shocked if she actually go. I mean, she'll go because she'll have no choice. She won't have time to figure out of how to make an excuse or how not to go. Maybe she would just say, yeah, fuck it, I'm out. Okay, great. I hope you go and have a good time and do what's necessary and seek counsel. Because I can't be the one to, I don't want to be the one that's restricting you at all, ever. But we'll see how that goes. I don't know how the conversation is going to go between now and this weekend. It's only Thursday. And we're leaving tomorrow. So I don't know. But it's almost like she'll be embarrassed to go up there and talk to her family, or be embarrassed to show up without me because she doesn't want anybody thinking that something's wrong. Well, motherfucker, something is wrong. Because we keep having these interactions and you want to show up like everything is okay. Nah, it's not okay. I'm tired of living like that. No, I'm not tired of it because we don't live like that. I don't want to live like that.